Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ducklings of all ages. It's me, your boy Quack. Chat, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing all good today. Chat, it's Tuesday. It is what, day 4 into No Nut November? How are we holding up? Anybody already lost? I know some of you have. Some of you are terrible people. You lost the game right away. Speaking of which, chat, you lost the game. I hope you guys are all doing okay. It's been a weekend. Also, Cerulean, congratulations on being first. Yeah, I'm doing better. For those of you guys that didn't see what happened on Twitter, um, I did post about it briefly. We will talk about it tonight. Uh I wanted to make sure that we got this conversation out of the way before anything else happened. But I also wanted to give everybody a chance to get in here before that happened as well. For those of you guys that don't know, you can go check it out on Twitter real quick before we get started. But here's the TLDR. TLDR, on my way home from Dreamhack and completely unrelated to the events of Dreamhack, uh, I had a pretty frightening experience with the public transportation system. And this is nothing to like scare you away from the public transportation system. I love public transportation, but I put myself in a situation that probably wasn't the smartest. I want you guys to all learn from my mistakes there, right? And I guess we can jump straight into that one, which is uh Friday, right? Friday, no, not Friday night. Saturday night. Saturday night on the way home from the convention. While I was dealing with trying to get home from the after parties, getting onto the train, um there was a situation that ended up getting me on the last train home. On that last train home, I was harassed and accosted by some of the other passengers on the train who, and not to make it in any way, shape, or form about social status, they were very clearly like homeless and vagrant passengers of the train, which is, not unheard of on a public transit system, but for the time that I was on the train, I had to endure slurs and attacks of my character as just things that I couldn't control. Um, I was physically threatened. They tried to hit me. Uh, I got out of there really fast, and honestly, like after getting off the train, I just I went straight home. Right, like nothing bad happened of it, but because of the whole situation, I was a little concerned, right, for my own safety. Um, I'm totally fine. I think it took me a day to kind of process what it was that really happened, and at the end of the day, it was because I was on the last train home alone, right? Um, it's not the smartest way to travel around. You should always try to travel safely when you guys are going around places, especially if you're going to a convention, right? This happened in my own, right? Like this happened here in Atlanta. This isn't like, oh, I went to this big scary city and no, this happened in my own backyard. Like it can happen anywhere. And like while we do feel comfort and like familiarity in traveling in our own cities, uh remember to stay safe while doing it. There are smart ways to go about it and there are not so smart ways to go about doing it. I did it in a not so smart way. So like learn from my mistake, right, chat? So that's the like sad that's like the scary things out of the way. That's the parts that, you know, we don't want to linger on too long. But like those are the parts that need to be addressed. if you had questions about what happened, yeah, that's it's what it is. Um, I want to clarify. Yes, I am completely unharmed. Yes, I am safe. Uh, a lot of people, a lot of you guys did check in on me, right? A lot of you guys sent me DMs. A lot of people reached out. That was really nice. I I've mentioned this before in passing, like the idea of like struggling to fit into the VTubing community and not really being sure of like if that it's really the community for me or if like content creation and like the people around me in content creation are like really genuine, but just just the fact that some people took a moment out of their day to reach out is super super reassuring. um Especially in the internet, like as much as it is like so easy to be around people, it's also super easy to be by yourself. So like check in on people. How's your mental health check, chat? How's everybody? I hope you guys are okay. I'm okay, right? Uh there are plenty of things that could have gone wrong or could have gone better, but didn't. And I'm here for it. It's okay. Mm. I don't know. You guys okay? Also, we're not talking about my experience personally. We're talking about Dreamhack tonight, right? We're talking about Dreamhack and how Dreamhack was. So, second con out of the month. We did two cons in October. That was crazy. It was a lot, right? Like, am I blessed to have been able to go to both? Yes. Was it a lot and was it probably a little too much? Absolutely. Not bad. That's good, Cerulean. I hope they it's better. Um, but yeah, two cons in 1 month was a lot. And I don't know if I, okay, in light of everything that happened, I will put certain things in I will put certain parts of my review of DreamHack in context of having just been to TwitchCon. But my concern is I think that I could not remain as objective between the two cons and keep my review of DreamHack isolated from my review of TwitchCon. And what I mean by that is um there are things that happened at both cons that, you know, when taken into context of the other thing make more sense. But also because of that, it makes it hard for me to say, am I being too hard on this convention because something happened at this convention that paints it in a different light? Or am I letting something go that happened at DreamHack that feels like it was a direct relation to stuff that happened at TwitchCon? I'm not certain, but these are my thoughts and my like ideas of how I perceived DreamHack. And I think that's important is every person that experiences DreamHack or experiences anything is going to have a different story from the person that experienced it standing next to them, right? Um First off, did I have a good time physically at DreamHack? Absolutely, right? I will always have a good time at a con. I will always make the best of the con that I have. Um and try to enjoy everything around me. That does mean though that, you know, there are parts of the con that I might not enjoy. Let's talk about DreamHack first and foremost. DreamHack Atlanta this year was held in the Georgia World Congress Center and Hall C. Specifically in Hall C, it took up sections C1 through C3. You're an Atlanta native, you'll understand that that means that they didn't use the last section of Hall C, C4. Haha, they didn't use C4. Oh, good. The bomb threat. Oh god, that's gonna tie into something later. Okay, no, sidetrack. C3 was the end of the con floor, which notably is smaller than the previous year. Right? In previous years, DreamHack has gone all the way through Hall C. They chose to use a smaller footprint this year and changed around the layout of everything. This layout was not, in my opinion, was not the best. There were things about DreamHack this year that felt really cramped. And by really cramped, I mean it felt like things got shoehorned into sections of the convention center that had no business being in the same area. For instance, DreamHack this year handled panels as a live stage, which is nothing wrong with the idea of when you are a panelist, you are providing a live commentary on something. Sure, panelists can be on a stage. For that stage to be in the middle of the convention floor, and I say middle, it was actually tucked away towards a corner. Uh, for it to be on the convention expo floor with all of the vendors, all of the content creators, and all of the other stages, that is to say, the main stage and all of the other tournament stages that were going on, felt weird. There were situations when watching or listening to a panel that if you were sitting in the back row of the panel, you couldn't quite make out what was being said by the panelist. While they had mics and those mics were plugged into speakers, just the ambient noise around the convention made it so much harder to hear them. And this works both ways, that when a panelist asked a question and a member of the audience, or sorry, when a member of the audience tried to ask a question and the panelist was trying to hear them, the audience member was not mic'd up. There was no amplification to their voice, and therefore the panelists had the hardest time hearing them. Now, maybe panels weren't supposed to be the major focus of DreamHack. That's apparent when you take a look at the scheduling. There were not a lot of panels to begin with. The panels that were on or hosted there, were maybe a couple of creator panels and a couple of like VAs talking about the stuff they do. That's fine. Uh but primarily that panel stage was used for like D&D one shots, which gets back to a really weird thing. DreamHack this year had a lot of D&D related or or tabletop adjacent things. There were D&D one shots that were held on the panel stage. Hollow Live had a D&D event. There were vendors, right? Like the typical vendors that were selling D&D related or adjacent materials, and I'm always talking about the dice and leather crafts. Those are always really fun to see at a convention. But notably missing from DreamHack because it in lieu of this also was a tabletop area. Remember I said that C4 hadn't been utilized? Last year, C4 had been the tabletop gaming and Magic the Gathering area. This was the well lit section of the convention where you could sit down and play a card game. There were multiple card games, in fact, that were there last year that you could try out and play. They were a lot of fun. Um, they were absent from this year's DreamHack. An intentional choice, I'm sure. But for other things adjacent to tabletop gaming and card games to have been included in the main programming, it felt weird to omit that section of the hall and cause a negative space, right? Along with the negative space in the halls, there were some weird partner choicing. And, right, okay. So DreamHack's partners for 2025. Let me pull these up in front of me so I don't misrepresent anything. Right? Partners from 2025 included Red Bull, DHL, Zenny, Walmart, the US Navy, right? And of course, all of their partners from last year are now off of the main page. These are the ones that I remember off the top of my head. Here's the thing. Red Bull replaced Monster. We'll get into that. DHL and Walmart felt like strange picks. Zenny is a normal sponsor, and you know what? Zenny makes the most sense in this situation. I appreciate Zenny being there every year. The US Navy, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say one way or another on, right? The Air Force has been the sponsor in the previous years, and the US Navy was out at TwitchCon. So very interesting picks to say the least. DHL, DHL, the shipping company. For those of you guys, and I'm realizing more and more that not everybody recognizes DHL as a brand. Um, DHL was a really interesting pick, right? In previous years, if a non-gaming representative was there, they would do something gaming adjacent. I.e., in 2024, there was a company that's whole thing were outdoor electric generators so that you could, take them camping or take them RVing and do other things. What they did at DreamHack was they powered a racing sim the entire time, right? So even though they had their display and their showcase for their electric generators, there was still something for you to do at their booth that was gaming. It was cool. It was fun. They had contests throughout the weekend and there were prizes for it. Walmart did this in an interesting way. Um they brought in a truck and they were allowing people to play like Mario Party is what I think it was. I never actually went into the truck, but there was a game you could play, and upon completion of playing the game, you completed the Dreamhack quest in the app and you got a swag bag, right? You got a swag bag. It was cool. It was fun. Sure. By all means. At least they played the game. DHL came out, they set up a booth, had their employees wearing their DHL swag, and then brought in a 7-foot mech, like like Warhammer 40K power armor. Pick your favorite mech suit that it was weird, and you could take a photo with it. That was like the extent of DHL's thing. And yeah, the robot was in DHL colors. And sure, taking a photo with it was kind of cool. But it felt out of place. It felt weird. The Navy's bit this year was 1v1ing a Navy sailor. Right. Ryan knows. Ryan was there. Ryan came out and hung out with us. Ryan saw 2 days worth of the convention. And from what I heard, right? I'm not gonna report for Ryan, but Ryan enjoyed what he saw. But he also had a 3-day pass, but he only went 2 days. Let that one sink in, chat. So the sponsors, DHL, Walmart were weird. Zenny is always a must see. The Navy, they're there. Red Bull instead of Monster. I didn't think this was going to be super big of an issue. I didn't think that we were really going to have to worry about Red Bull versus Monster until I remembered something. When Monster shows up and brings their cans and energy drinks to an event, they also, for musical tours and for DreamHack, would bring out tour water. It's just canned Monster water. It's just water. It's water. Red Bull didn't do that. Red Bull had, you could get the classic Red Bull, you could get a sugar free Red Bull. You could get the watermelon Red Bull if you were lucky enough to find one of them that was giving out the watermelon Red Bull that day. And then in the creator lounge, there was another Red Bull flavor. Not actually sure off the top of my head which one that was. Um, it's a lot of caffeine. And while most people wouldn't necessarily think about it, uh, a Red Bull can, for the amount of caffeine that they were intaking, it was in less fluids overall. So there ended up a situation where you could end up having only drank a few cans of Red Bull throughout the day, um, just as caffeinated as if you had been drinking Monsters, and in a situation where you're dehydrated and overcaffeinated. It felt weird. It was a bad shift. I actually had a problem with this at one point during the weekend. Um, it was strange to say the least. I'm trying to think what else did Red Bull. It wasn't that Red Bull was doing anything wrong. They were playing by their normal standards, and that was how they normally show up to an event. It's to bring out Red Bull and pass them out. That's what Monster did too. But notably, it felt like a downgrade because we weren't able to get canned water around, which is fine when you think about there are water fountains around. As long as there are water fountains around, yeah, you're supplying everybody with water. Ooh, there's one problem with that though. Is in the way that the Georgia World Congress Center is laid out, there are bathrooms along two walls. Technically, maybe three. Right? There should be bathrooms along the walls of the convention center floor the entire time. Um, you couldn't get to any of the bathrooms along the back wall because they were behind protected areas, i.e., there was a bathroom behind the creator lounge and the cosplay lounge, which honestly, perk of being having access to like the creator lounge, you could use that bathroom. That's fine. There was a bathroom behind the BYOC, bring your own computer LAN area, which again makes sense. If you were at the LAN, you would want a dedicated bathroom so you don't leave your computers behind in a hard like for a long period of time. That meant that the only bathroom that the general public could get to, or only bathrooms. I do not want to sell it short. There were multiple bathrooms. There was the bathroom out in the. There were a couple of bathrooms out in the lobby, and there are two, maybe three bathrooms along the front wall of the convention that you could get to. It's still not exactly convenient to get to them, and in certain places, the entrances to the bathroom were actually behind curtain walls. So, notably, there are two bathrooms, one next to the indie playground and one next to the artist alley. Both bathrooms were behind a curtain wall, so that other than the sign above on the wall that said bathroom, if you were looking at eye level, you wouldn't necessarily see the bathrooms right away. This may have been an attempt to optimize space, uh, because they use that area to line artists up against that curtain wall or line up uh indie showcases along that wall as well. But it still feels weird. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it feels strange that now we're just handing out Red Bulls. The water is only at the bathrooms, and then those bathrooms are hidden. That in and of itself felt Wrong. Yes, you can still buy water, you can buy sodas, and you could technically buy a smoothie at the food vendors. Anybody that's been to a convention knows that buying food at a convention is expensive. I'll leave that at that. That's not even like a critique of the con. That's normal, right? But they chose the way that con was laid out, where the bathroom placement, like availability, was going to be. That's technically determined. All right. So we've talked about the layout a little bit. Um. Oh, so along with the indie playground, artist alley, and then the expo booths, you had your normal expo booths, right? Um, there were card vendors, there were people selling fans, there were anime figures. There was a mattress company. I thought there was a mattress company for like an adjustable mattress bed. You could try it out, right? And I I don't understand the mattress company. It was weird, and I know for a fact that I saw people IRL stream the mattress company, right? Like they just put their buddy in the bed and they went, what? Why? Why? What does that have anything to do with the esports scene or anything like that? It's just, is it after a long gaming session when you're absolutely tired, you too want the best sleep of your life? Is that what we're getting at? People need to sleep. People do need to sleep. Why are they showcasing a mattress at a con? An esports convention, an esports festival. Is that gamers are bad at sleeping? Dude, we need competitive sleeping. God, if sleeping was an Olympic sport, I'd have a gold medal by now. Don't show my parents. I have a gold medal. No, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't get me sidetracked. No, but yes, it's true. There was a bed, there was a mattress company. It was weird. The Hi Sweets. Sweets, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? We're talking Dreamhack and everything that's happened. We touched on what happened to me that I tweeted about on Saturday. I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm here. Actually, no, I saw competitive napping the other day. Competitive napping is a thing. I know that exists. I got to the page early to get first, but then I fell asleep. Oh no. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it does feel. Chat, is anybody else messed up by time change? Anybody messed up by the time change? Well, okay, okay. Let me not get super sidetracked. Let me not get super sidetracked. We're still talking about vendors. Vendors vendors a dream hack, right? We've talked about some of the partners that were there, right? We've talked about how DHL, Walmart, Red Bull, the US Navy, they were all there, right? Previously at at previous dream hacks, we've had the ability to play games like BattleBit Remastered was there last year. Splitgate, which was Halo meets Portal. There have been a couple of like bigger games that have set up booths that they wanted to showcase. The booth or the major games this year were Marvel Rivals, which was a competition stage the entire time. No actual like interactions with Marvel Rivals. There was Rainbow Six Siege, which was collegiate Rainbow Six. I was hoping that they were gonna have some stuff for Rainbow Six that like actually show off like Siege X. No, they did not. I was mildly disappointed. Um, Ryan can tell us more. There was a game that he had been following, and probably because I didn't have an interest in it is why I didn't notice it as much. That might have been the one like ticket game that some people would have known or recognized. There was EA collegiate football. That was a thing. Collegiate football was a thing. That area stayed relatively dead the entire time. If I'm being serious, like I think it stayed dead the entire time. But there were some gaming brands that were there, right? While the brands that may have been the large paying sponsors didn't quite make sense, there were I can think of three: Gigabyte, Shure, and Huano. Huano, for those of you guys that may recognize that name from TikTok or just having looked at desktop monitor arms recently, Huano makes desk accessories like monitor arms. I believe they also do standing desks and a couple of other things like light bars and things like that. They're a pretty cool company, and they were there. They were repping their stuff, which was cool. They were giving away discount codes for their products the entire weekend. Fun stuff. Sure was there, right? God, if you guys have been around to create a content creator at any point in time, or if you've been on Twitch for any amount of time, you've seen the Shure SM7B or the Shure M7 or the Shure M7 Plus. These microphones are great. They're standard across like the live streaming industry, and Shure makes some really good audio equipment, right? These guys were super cool. I talked to them. They were talking to me about some of the new products that Shure was coming out with, and they they wanted to talk to us about it. Cool. Sure. Yes. The SM7B, the M7, M7 Plus. I forgot what the name of the new one is. They are making a new microphone that's like USB-C only, easy plug and play for creators, entry level kind of microphone. So they're playing in that game. They were there. They were really fun. Gigabyte was out there, right? Gigabyte was there, and they were showing off their graphics cards. They were raffling away a gaming PC, right? It's pretty cool. You could demo games on their computers just so you could see what it was like to play with a beefy graphics card. This very like industry like standard kind of booth. Chat, do you guys want to know what the funniest thing about these three were? Right? Gigabyte, Shure, and Huano. All three of these brands had booths that were smaller than DHL. They had setups that were smaller than Red Bull, or they had definitely had a setup smaller than Walmart. I'm certain that that is based off of like financial backing, right? If you want more space on the con floor, you pay for more. But like it felt really weird. And I don't know if that's market I don't know if that's just like the industry right now. I don't know if it's just hey, the current state of the industry means that there's not a lot of a marketing budget left at the end of the year to go to Dreamhack Atlanta. So we're going to send out the smallest team that we can of two guys, send them out with a 10 by 20 uh banner and like six of our products to go talk about our microphones. Maybe that's the case. I don't I don't know. Vendors felt weird. Vendors felt weird. And if you went to DreamHack and your big thing for DreamHack was like, I want to go see X tournament, you would have had a blast. You would have totally had a blast. It's the same way every year, right? That's cool. It's a lot of fun in the esports scene. If you wanted to go as like an industry person and you wanted to network and meet people, it didn't feel great this year. I'd imagine the operating budget of DHL is much larger than Shure or Gigabyte. Absolutely. I'd imagine that they have buttloads more money. But it just felt funny. It felt funny. Like, when I tell you that the Gigabyte, like, their s- floor space section had to have been no more than like a 10 by 10, right? It was just like it was a little booth. And honestly, frankly, I walked past it a couple of times without realizing that it was Gigabyte. I was like, oh, hey, look, NVIDIA cards. And I kept walking. And then I finally realized, wait, it's not NVIDIA that's here. It is Gigabyte. And it's Gigabyte specifically that's showing off their cards. I just didn't know because it was so easy to miss. This also gets into like one thing that is always a problem for every DreamHack festival ever. Because the stages are using like projector screens and LED walls and they want everything to look bright. Um, they don't ever have the lights on inside the convention hall, which makes it really fucking dark. It makes it really fucking dark. um, you get used to it the longer that you're in the area, and there are sections that have more lights, right? Like the creator hub. The creator hub has a bunch of lights to keep the creators lit for their cameras. We were missing a lot of other adjacent vendors, like guys selling custom controllers, LED backpacks, or hats of the cyberware vendors. Absolutely. A lot of the adjacent vendors and like cool things like that were there. They weren't there this year, right? Notably, I know that the custom controller guys were missing because one of our content creator friends and local Atlanta streamers, Omnitoast, was gonna buy another one, and he was kind of banking on them to be here this time. They weren't. Who knows? One other notable thing that was missing from DreamHack were meetups in the same sense that they had been prior to. Prior to, Stream Atlanta wanted to do a meetup. We were given a small room, admittedly off to the side of the convention. It was a tight room, but we could pack in there and we could hang out for a little bit, about an hour, talk to each other, and network, right? This was cool. In the past, they've done things for niche games, things that people wanted to see. Stream Atlanta was there, VTubers had been there. Um, they've done things like a Halo community group or like D&D communities and other whatnot, like focus groups, niche groups that wanted to do meetups at the convention. Those were not there in the same sense this year. Now, this one's fun, chat. The meetups as they were this year were signs around the convention hall at key locations. And in the schedule, it said meetup at this time at this location. For instance, VTuber meetup, meeting point A, Creator Hub, Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. Or, yeah, 3 to 4 p.m. That was the actual VTuber meetup section of Dreamhack this year. Now, remember what I said about the meetup just being a sign on the floor, like on the expo floor? We were literally in the middle of the creator hub. There was a little like area that had been set aside for people to like stand around, sit on bean bags, take photos with like the DreamHack sign, and generally just as a meeting spot. So the VTubers all stood in the middle of the well lit area, full well everybody knowing that there was a VTuber meetup going on at that point at that time. Right? Like it somebody turned around and was just like, well, this would be really awkward if one of us had been like a VTuber that didn't want to expose their face. Like, you could assume that somebody from that group was a VTuber. Like, yes, there's nothing that can really be done about that. But that meant that every meetup went that way. Uh, the Twitch Unity guilds, right? The Twitch Unity guilds had the same setup. They were there. It was cool. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Get the hell out of here. The Unity guilds were there. It was cool. It was a fun thing to see them. But their entire group just stood around in the middle of the creator hub because we had nowhere else to go. What were we gonna do? Move the meetup from point A to point B later on? If you did that, that meant that anybody that showed up late couldn't get there. Didn't know where the people had gone. The meetups, I get it. It's a smaller part of the community. It's not the main focus of the convention. But it felt so off. It also meant one really funny thing. There was no difference between the Twitch Unity Guild meetup that happened on Sunday, right? There's nothing that there was no difference between the Twitch Unity Guild meetup that happened on Sunday versus the Stream Atlanta on official meetups every day out in the lobby at 2 p.m. Other than the fact that it was on the schedule. What do you do? The app barely worked half of the time. You're talking about you want me to check an app in a convention floor. Anybody that's anybody or been to a con knows that that's not always the most reliable thing. So, what made their meetup different than ours? Other than the fact that they were on the schedule and we weren't. Nothing, really. Admittedly, I had more fun going to the Stream Atlanta meetups at 2 p.m. every day outside the convention hall because it meant I got away from the really like bright lights and heavy noise that was inside the con. We got to hang out for a little bit, get away from all of it. Everyone got a chance to recharge, figure out what their game plan was for the rest of the afternoon. It was the same thing. It would have been no different. So, all in all, was Dreamhack fun? Sure. I had a great time with the people that I went to Dreamhack with, right? Because Plotty was there, Eagle was there, Lucky showed up, right? The Stream Atlanta crew was there, so Penguin was there, Toast was there, Clean was there, right? Everyone that wants to show up showed up. We made the best of the Dreamhack that we had. Did I get bored day to day trying to find things to do throughout the day? Yes, because it felt like there was less to do. Because there was less to do because they used less of the space. And now for visiting people, people from out of state that came to the convention, it felt weird. It felt out of place. Uh, Mind you, Hall C in the Georgia World Congress Center is really hard to get to if you're staying at any of the hotels other than the Signia. So people trying to do that had to walk nearly a mile to get to the convention. And when they were walking a mile, they were going past all of these empty rooms that weren't being utilized. And sure, DreamHack has to pay for the space that they use. And sure, there was probably a change in how much space that they had purchased. But that just means that the con was smaller. I saw somebody quote numbers, and I think they said there were like 45,000 or 50,000 guests that had attended this stream hack this weekend from all across the United States and from different countries as well. That's fantastic to hear. I'd love to see what the feedback was. Because for me, if it weren't for DreamHack being in my own backyard, I don't know. I would probably go again, but this was kind of rough. Now, looking forward to 2026, DreamHack's already announced their dates for 2026. And if you haven't seen it already, chat, DreamHack 2026 will be May 15th to May 17th. Does that sound early to you? Does that sound familiar? What else goes on in May, chat? MomoCon's in May. DreamHack is happening 1 week before MomoCon. And I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck? Why is it a week? Now. Apparently, allegedly, the reason that Dreamhack Atlanta is happening in May next year is because Dreamhack Dallas is not happening because Dallas's convention center is under renovation. I understand. I get that that's a thing. That's so fucking unfortunate for Atlanta. Holy shit. um my attendance at Dreamhack next year will either be in a limited capacity or I will have to figure something else out. Because going downtown 2 weekends in a row for 2 cons is crazy. Now, let me paint a picture for you guys, chat. Let's imagine for a second we are all not the people that we are. Let's say for a moment your newest and longest hobby is being a furry. On top of being a furry, you really, really like playing video games, right? We're talking Halo. We're talking COD. We're talking like just esports in general, right? So you're a furry. You like esports. And you watch anime. Okay. You're a con goer. You know what that means for you in the state of Georgia? You have 3 cons back to back to back. Furry Weekend Atlanta is the weekend before the next DreamHack. Then there's DreamHack. Then there's MomoCon. You would be going through 3 options of conventions right back to back to back. And that's not a stretch of the imagination to say that there is a furry anime watching esports player out there. That is so not out of the realm of possibilities. Now, let's stretch it a little bit and let's say that that same furry anime watching esports player also likes soccer. In June, right after MomoCon, is when the World Series starts. God, May to June next year is going to be absolutely fucking insane. There is so much going on in this state. That's crazy. Those dates blow. I hadn't checked. Yeah, they do. Chat. DreamHack. It was an experience. It was great. I know a lot of people had a lot of fun for DreamHack. I don't know if it's the convention for me going like it's a convention for me to go to. And I've always said that there are conventions that I go to for fun and there are conventions that I go to network. DreamHack has always been a convention that I went to network. And yes, I did manage to network this time, and it was good for the networking that I was able to do. I will continue to attend in order to continue to network. But it became very apparent this year that DreamHack is not one of my fun conventions. You really bring out the FOMO in me? What do you mean I bring out the FOMO? How do I bring out the FOMO in you, sweets? I'm just saying that you should come out to MomoCon next year, 2026. But yeah, chat, that's my thoughts on like DreamHack. I think Okay. Oh, wait. There's so many other things. There's so many other things. Saturday night of DreamHack, there was the Red Bull after party. It was free to attend. It was cool. It was just, um, it got delayed by an hour because of setup issues, which whatever. When we got in there, it didn't really look like there was much to set up. Maybe it was an audio or an like technical issue. Who knows? Um, the after party, we clocked out after about like 20, 25 minutes. I'm gonna be so for real. Um, I love living in Atlanta. It's cool. There's a lot to do. I wish our after parties did not have to be like hip hop rap, grungy club warehouse style after parties. That Red Bull after party was not the mood for me, and we ended up leaving. There were a couple of other after parties that were going on. I did not attend. I wish I did. From what I've heard from other people that did attend, they were okay. Some people said they weren't, but hey, each person has their own taste. If I'm taking any of my friends or family to a con next year, it's gonna be Momo, especially after DreamHack this year. Totally valid. And Ryan, given like your family's experience, honestly, between the main three in Atlanta being like Momo, DreamHack, and Dragon Con, Momo's probably the best one to bring your family out to. Dragon Con is fun, but like you know how many like people are there. I want to go to more cons. Sweets. You can live vicariously through me. Also, chat. Um, if you like my breakdowns of cons and you guys think that like that's a cool thing to hear and see, um, I'm thinking about doing reviews and vlogs on cons based off of the cons that I currently attend. I have some B-roll footage that I'm thinking about cutting together for DreamHack and making like a vlog style video that kind of reviews my thoughts on the convention and everything in general. You guys think that'd be cool? Would that be something you guys want to even look at? It's outside of the gaming sphere. You know what I mean? Already have my tickets and hotel room. Let's go, sweet. Momo would be honestly. I'm so excited for Momo 26. MomoCon 26 is gonna be so much fun. I'm excited. DragonCon is so much. DragonCon is a lot. DragonCon is so much, and I I struggle to think like how you would introduce people to DragonCon if you didn't already know, like if they didn't already have some experience going to cons. Also, chat, you might have noticed that the live notification says 0 days since last consistent stream. I'm sorry I didn't stream on Sunday. Uh, we were busy Sunday, relaxing after the con. I'm still recovering from the con and everything, just from like the exhaustion of going out multiple times. Rula and I decided to skip Dragon Con to go to Offkai instead. Honestly, I'm with you on that one. I think in light of everything with DreamHack moving next year, I think my convention rotation for 2026 will be as follows: MomoCon, Offkai, possibly TwitchCon, regard depending on some circumstances with the community meetup stuff. But I would love to go back to TwitchCon. So it'll be Momo, Offkai, possibly TwitchCon, possibly Anime Weekend Atlanta. If I throw in going to conventions that I have done in previous years, like Southern Fried Gaming Expo, DreamHack, Atlanta Comic Con, Dragon Con, or anything like that, my attendance with those conventions will be on a 1 day basis, and they will not be full weekend conventions for me because holy shit, chat! I realized I did like 7 conventions this year, and there's a possibility for me to do an eighth if I go to Anime Weekend Atlanta. But like, that's a lot of cons. There's so many fucking cons. Because this year was WeebCon Momo, Atlanta Comic Con, DreamHack, Dragon Con, TwitchCon, and what's the other one that I'm missing? Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Did I do ShaoCon this year? Shit. Did I do ShaoCon this year? I don't remember. Also, finding custom happy coats is hard. Sweets, what are you looking at custom happy coats for? Huh? Sweets, what do you want custom happy coats for? Tell me. I have an interest. I'm not. ESF? Wait, what? What is ESF? Am I stupid? Exchange Stabilization Fund, an emergency U.S. Treasury fund, or Sunny College of Environmental Science. Emotional support friends. Oh, that'd be fun. Those would be cool. Emotional support friend happy coats. Sweets, how much of a like are we talking like idol coat like idol fan happy coats? Like how complex are these happy coats that you're looking at? Or are you just wanting like a happy coat with like the text and maybe like a graphic and some things on like the collar? Because if it's the latter of the two, I might personally have a link for you to look at it. But if it's the prior one, if you're looking for something a little bit more complex, I still might know somebody for you to reach out to. I was just looking at basic ones for the joke. Minimum orders are like 25. You think I won't split that order with you? You think we can't find 25 streamers that need. Fuck, we don't even need 25 streamers. All right. Let's do some math here. If every streamer brings about 2 to 3 friends with them to a convention, right? We're not even talking about larger Discord. In that situation, based off of how many people want to order them, you could be splitting that 5, 6 ways. I'm sure we could make it work, sweet. You forget. I'm down to clown with stupid ideas. Speaking of stupid ideas, chat, it's Tuesday. I don't have any like really big ideas for what we need to do today. Um do you guys are you guys okay with me just playing some games while we continue to yap about con stuff? I want to get a Sweets anime happy coat, but I would have to get art for it. You would have to get art for it. What what kind of art would you get? Dude, I okay. I actually somebody asked me, and by somebody I mean Plotty asked me. Plotty asked me last week, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago while we were at TwitchCon, where my happy coats were. For those of you guys that don't know, I own enough happy coats to make it through like a 5 day con wearing a different coat each day. Um, they're just kind of silly, goofy things that I like throwing on, and it makes it less hard for me to think about what's going on. Makes me easily findable in crowds during conventions. It's always been a thing that I do, but hasn't been something that I've done recently. If a bunch of my streamer friends were to happen to put out like their fan happy coats like that, if you don't think I will buy those, right? You don't think I will buy one of your happy coats and rock it just to embarrass your ass? I'd do it in a heartbeat. I wore one of Plot's hoodies on Friday when I showed up to go meet them. I was just like, yep, nope, this is me now. I'm wearing your hoodie. Ugh. What? Chat, there's so many of you. Why you guys gotta cover my face? Go away. There we go. Have I also thought about getting happy coats, like, or more art made up for myself? Yes, I have. I don't have the money to support new art titles right now. Chat, you guys, how is everybody in terms of like, how are we funding our art right now? Now I'm looking at VGen. Oh no, I'm a terrible influence. Oh no, how dare I make you look at VGen? Is it working? Are you having fun? Are you finding artists that you like? Credit cards and ignorance? Let's not do credit cards and ignorance. Credit cards and ignorance feels irresponsible. I feel like I should care more than doing credit cards and ignorance. Also, like, credit cards and ignorance is how I pay for cons. I can't pay for cons and art. Um, we are. We're just doing regular dailies in Hoyo right now. I don't even know what we have to do. Is there even an event going on right now? Oh, it's the Millie Asher stuff. Cons, art, hair dye, and anime merch. Oh my. Oh no, sweets, no. See, this is the difference between us, sweets. Look at all of those things you're purchasing. Cons, art, hair dye, anime merch. I'm just doing cons and the occasional merch while I'm at a con. Right? I am doing 1/4 of what you are doing with your money. There's the difference. That's why I can go to so many more cons. I don't have to pay for hair dye. Now, have I thought about dyeing my hair? Yes, chat. We've been over this a few times. I've thought about dyeing it. Can I figure out what I would want to dye it? No, absolutely not. I don't want it. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like I'd look goofy with dyed hair. I don't know.
Leave this part. Allow me. No more lies.
Let's see what you're made of.
It all adds up.
Getting your hair done at the end of the month? Ooh. That's fun. That's exciting. See?
No more lies.
So cool.
It all falls into place.
Oh, I just read the second half of that. It's gonna be $500. Jesus Christ.
Seek within.
That's so expensive. Is that how much it normally costs? Or is this like you're going through the whole ringer again? Why so expensive? Cat, is that just how much it costs to like dye your hair regularly? QuacKwak dyed hair would be hilarious. Could you imagine the look on our manager's face? Oh my god, our manager would probably shit a fucking brick. Our manager would shit a fucking brick. Right? Because, like, I always joked if I did it, I'd probably go blue. Right? But not like an electric. I don't know. I always sat there and, like, in high school was just like, what if I just dark blue? Like, almost black, but very clearly still blue. Right? Like, dark enough that it could be passable on, like, personal, like, in most situations. But, like, very clearly not actually black. And I know that's, like, such the right? Like, if you're gonna do it, you might as well fucking commit to the bit, right? So 500's normal? Jesus fucking Christ. I would sob every time I'd have to go in. And you have to get that retouched all the time. Oh my god. You have to get that retouched all the time. How do you pay? How do you afford that? God, this is the real reason that Sweets had a subathon.
For the everlasting forest. Forest? Can't hide the truth.
Let's see what you're made of.
We gotta bleach my hair, wait, tone it, wait, dye it, colors, wait. Oh my god, yeah. That's crazy. That's also fair. You know how many stages of bleaching I would probably have to go through just for my hair? Just for it to not take color very well because it's that super coarse Asian hair. I only made $100 from the donathon. Everything else went to the prizes. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like that's one thing that people don't quite notice is like the amount that streamers will spend on the stuff from the donathon doesn't always match what they're making from the donathon. Like, there are ways for you to do it. And definitely make sure you still make money. But, this is what it is.
Ad Astra.
I don't even know what I would offer you guys as... Like, I don't know what I would offer you guys as, like, rewards if we did a
Ad
donathon.
Astra Abyssosk. Well,
Stinky's returned?
you for
You're right.
completing
Stinky
today's
has
commission.
returned. Hi, Senji. Senji, how are you today? What's going on? Pumpkin spice candles? That's what I can offer you guys? Oh my god. Chat, do you know how expensive it would be to get a custom scented candle like that? Also, this candle is not going to smell good. Oh my god. No, we're not getting on the fucking topic of what pumpkin smells like. Oh, gross. Ew. Chat, I can smell it now. I can smell. And you know what I'm imagining? Think of your high school gym locker room. Right? And then spray pumpkin spice like Febreze in the air. And a sickening amount of it. You're the one that brought up the smell? Listen, ugh. Ugh. Salted caramel pumpkin would probably be the best, like, most normal smell for it.
Ad Astra ab
Smells. It sounds great. Okay, you guys. That's what you guys are settling on. Okay, we can see about that. I don't know. Chat, I'm not. I'm not. No, we're not seriously doing this. We're not. There's no way. Where would I even begin? Where would I even begin in the process of looking for how to make a custom scented candle? What are we doing? Going to fucking Etsy? Having somebody like, are we commissioning somebody to make this for us? Dear God. Also, chat, I need to farm this. Does anybody else need to farm this? We're farming books for Nefer and for I know. If anybody wants to farm it with me, let me know. See if anybody's online. Pancakes, Panda, Nugget Joe. No sweets. I just need a label printer? What do you mean you just need a label printer? What is this fucking Etsy listing? Is that an Etsy listing for a custom scented candle? I hate it here. I hate it here. There's no way that you found a custom scented candle already. I swear to God, if a fucking custom scented candle shows up in my P.O. box, it's you two I'm coming after.
Why?
I literally Googled it. There's an AI site for it too. Oh my God, of course there's
So
an
welcome
AI
our
site for it. What am I doing?
Of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
I wouldn't mail it. I would give it to you in person. I want to see your face. Oh, that's even worse. That's actually so much worse. Okay. What if I did that? What if, as a dono goal, we brought back a face cam just to watch you guys send stupid shit to a PO box and to watch me have to react to it?
Seize the skies.
Dear God. No, that would end up so bad. I'd end up with so many inappropriate things on stream. We could never. No, no. I do it. I guarantee you, the second I do it, somebody in the cult finds out and I got a dildo set.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Either that or one of you guys just mails me something completely like disgustingly horrible. Right? Like the last time we did something like this was when people decided to mail me gifts for Christmas. And the conversation, I shit you not, went to, we thought about sending you the tail with the butt plug end, but we ended up going with this instead. Like, what do you mean you actually thought about sending me a tail with a butt plug? Hello? No, thank you. I don't want that shit. I have no use for that. Right?
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Ah!
Consequence scatter. Make way for the.
Heads up! It's justice o'clock! Have fun! By my spark, the night burns! Hero incoming! Kapow! Charge!
Why is that not?
Bring it.
Last one.
Time to shine. Letting brave names echo. Yeah, skyward. Ha. Stray cloud converge.
It's justice o'clock! Kapow! Hi!
All right. Use transient resin to claim 3 times? Wait, I have a transient resin? How do I have a transient resin? Well, shit, chat. I thought we were done, but we're not. Alright. Now the last time.
Bring it. Hear the echoes of the valley. Scatter. Yeah.
Look out below! It's justice o'clock! It's justice o'clock!
Alright. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what else do we have here. Wow, we need to do a domain challenge one more time. Unlucky. Wait, I just saw. Oh, god damn it, Senji. Thank you for the watch streak. 5 stream streak? Let's go. Doing better than myself. Bruh. What? What? What, sweets? What are you broing me for? Listen, I'm stupid. I just looked over. Oh, shit. Columbina's playing a liar? No. Oh, we gotta hear it. Commercial merchandising fees killing me? For what? The last time we popped up, the liar hadn't been repaired yet. That was well before Columbina got to know him. Oh, for art. For the happy coats? Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh? Hello, Columbina.
Greetings.
Hello. I like these snippets. These are cool. They're fun.
Huh? Are you
I
heading
know
out,
I'm totally
Columbina?
behind.
Yes, I need to get a lyre repaired.
What?
One of the Kuhenki's lyres is broken. She greatly values this lyre, so I wish to have it restored.
Oh,
Man, Kuhanki sure are multi-talented.
Of course. This little one often performs around here. and I sometimes sing along.
Paimon's been thinking this for a while, but you sure do spoil the Kuhanki.
Well, it's only right. They have kept me company all this time, and often bring me amusing objects as well.
Lauma told me about this before. The natural instinct of Kuhenki to make the moon goddesses happy. Damn, they're people pleasers.
If you don't mind Paimon asking, how do you plan to fix this lyre? Didn't you say you didn't want to be seen by others?
In the past, small animals or kuhenki would help deliver broken objects to an artisan's doorstep for me. All I had to do was wait for the artisan to find it. Of course, sometimes that would take a few days.
Seems like a roundabout way of doing things.
Yeah, just let us take care of it.
Just leave it to us. Who knows? We might even be able to get this done today.
Very well. Thank you.
Our pleasure. By the way, what artisan do you usually bring your stuff to?
I don't know her name, but there's a large mechanical hand by her door, and she lives in a round, conch-like home.
Oh, it's I know.
The aroma of crumb cakes often wafts from within as well.
Yep, definitely I know.
That clears it up for sure.
Oh, we have to actually go to the Clink Clink QuacKwak craft shop? It's such a mouthful. Why is that such a mouthful? Clink Clink from QuacKwak craft shop. Wait, let's in case this gives us any sort of like XP. Friendship points for these three, and then Pokemon. Kamkake? No, we are not saying Kamkake when there is a child, a literal child on the screen. You are not allowed to do that. Stop it. Don't lewd them.
Is that you?
What brings you here, guys? Bring me any snacks?
No, I
I
know.
knew you'd say that. Here, we got you these on the way.
Quick, hand them over. Inefa's gonna be back soon. So, you here to hang out? What sort of fun things should we do?
We're not here to hang out. We actually need
we
you
need
to
your
do
help
work.
with something.
We tricked you into doing work by giving you sweets.
Get that weird thing away from me!
What do you mean, get that
Weird
weird
thing?
thing? It's a liar.
You mean this liar?
I told you! I don't mess with stuff that science and mechanics can't explain. I'm telling you, that liar just shows up on my doorstep at random, and after I fix it, the thing up and disappears. Not that I believe in spooky, superstitious stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Okay. Seems like there's some sort of misunderstanding here.
What do you mean?
This liar belongs to a friend.
Yeah, she doesn't mean any harm. She just has her reasons for taking the lyre back without being seen.
Really? You better not be making this up. Fine. I'm trusting you on this. I'll fix this thing for you, and this time I'll try to make it last. Wait for me here. I'll be right back.
Knew we could count on Aino. Oh, Paimon feels a little bad. Columbina's random item drop-offs had her so freaked out, though.
Wait, Columbina's
Yeah.
here.
She deserves something in return.
Exactly. What are you doing here? He scared us.
I
She
have
just
something
came
to
out
give
here.
you.
What are these?
A few trinkets the Kuhenki collected. I thought the artisan might like them. Perhaps you could give them to her as thanks.
Columbina, you're here. You might as well say something to
What
her.
a weird collection of components. Yeah, alright. We'll pass them along. Take care on your way back. There could be people around here.
It's Inefa. Paimon.
What is it?
Dude, look at the traveler's face. He looks so stupid. Hi, Penguin. Penguin, what's going on? Welcome, welcome in. How are you? Why does Nefa look all smug?
Analyzing appearance.
What are you doing that for?
Match found. Resemblance to not cry moon goddess statues is 95%.
That's because she's an actress. What about the margin of error?
Increased heart rate detected in the traveler.
Okay, all fixed. Did a pretty bang-up job if I do say so myself. It shouldn't break ever again. Also, about those snow enough.
What was that last part, I know?
Those snazzy new components worked great too.
Huh?
Who's that behind you?
I love this whole, like, I love that this is happening off, like, it's happening now when technically, because we're doing it after the story lore, they've met. But we know that this is a situation where they haven't. Right? Like, this is a flashback. It's fine.
She kinda looks familiar. Have I seen her before? Whatever. The most important thing is, I hid those snacks Paimon gave me.
That's right. Also, she wanted you to have these components as thanks for fixing the lyre, I know.
Ooh, let me see. Wow! These are rare and so old. You sure I can take them?
Yep, totally, Ina.
Yes.
Thank you so much. If you ever need anything else fixed, just come find me. No need to be shy.
Wow.
And Nefa, shut up.
We got places to be, so, I know, Inefa. We'll swing by some other day, okay? Oh, we've got to get the damselette out of here, or Inefa will recognize her for sure.
Oh, sure. See you some other time. I gotta do some cleanup quick, or Nefa's gonna find the snack crumbs.
Alright, until next time.
Sup, Duck? Hello, Austin. Austin, welcome,
know.
welcome in. We're talking.
Yeah?
We're playing games. We're yapping.
Would you
We
like
were
to frame
talking
these
about
components or
games.
preserve them in any way?
We're talking. We
What?
talked MomoCon.
Why
We
would I
talked
do that?
DreamHack.
They
How
appear
was
to be
DreamHack?
gifts
It
from the
was
moon
okay. It was
goddess.
fun.
Huh? What
We-
are you talking about?
We were hanging out with
I need
everyone.
to check your circuits
Hanging out with
later.
everyone was okay. TLDR, there wasn't a lot to do at the convention itself, and it felt kind of weird. Was the MomoCon news? MomoCon news that DreamHack is gonna be the week before MomoCon next year. So DreamHack is gonna be in May, and then the weekend after is MomoCon. So we're definitely gonna have to pick. Yo, yeah, no, for whatever reason, it goes DreamHack and then straight into MomoCon. I'm gonna be exhausted. I'm gonna probably have to find something. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know, dude.
All 15 samples have been collected and encased in low-temperature vessels. 2 layers, one
Why?
metal, one ceramic. ready to be
Because
shipped
they're
tonight.
taking DreamHack Dallas's
Take them to the
spot.
Flower Feather Clan via expression.
Dallas
From there,
normally
get them on
operates
priority
that
shipping using the
weekend.
courier's Blue Bolt
That
service.
it's,
Once they reach the northern edge of
but
the
the
Children of
reason
Echoes,
that they can't
transfer
is
them to
because
another boat that'll
the
go east and
Dallas
arrive at
Convention
Elon
Center
Wharf through a
is
special
being
customs checkpoint.
renovated.
Speed is of the essence. Got it. A combination of Plan B3 and Plan C2, then.
What the fuck?
Uh-huh. It's the Traveler. How did you do that? It's like you just appeared right there without even making the slightest noise. Don't be nervous. Just treat him like he's your boss. Interesting timing. Traveler, meet Cyro. She's with us. I'll
She's
leave you
with
to it,
us?
then.
Okay.
Miss Yelan, I'll ensure everything is arranged to your specifications.
Dude, Ilana in this outfit. Like they really like dressed her up nicely. Like set up with a new outfit. It looks good on
They're planting mineral samples containing QuacKwak. I'm sending them back to Liua for the Ministry of Civil Affairs to analyze.
her. And that
Nothing
needs to be done
escapes you. There are also some pictures relating to the Fatui among these samples. These show their research facilities, their current weaponry, and the distribution of their camps. Liua is a long way from Nodcry, but it never hurts to be prepared. It's one of the reasons. But I'm also here to purchase some intel from Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets. Dealing with her always requires a lot of preparation, both mental and financial.
Dude, Nefer and Yalan together is such a powerful duo.
Have you ever heard of the Northern Intelligence Network? It's essentially a forum for intel exchange, a loosely structured organization with no real rules or regulations. But you can find well-connected people from all walks of life there who are willing to trade information, as long as you can pay their price. Nefer
Yeah,
currently
Varco
represents
runs
this Northern Intelligence Network, and the Curatorium she operates is its primary point of sale. If intel was all they sold, that would be one thing. But it's said the network has spies planted in every region, and that they're always on the lookout for even more informants.
Even
In no
Liyue.
small part thanks to the efforts of my colleagues, the network's tendrils have been unable to take hold in Liua. It doesn't matter if they send official representatives or smuggle in spies. They are met with a polite but firm rejection every time. I imagine that we must be
Gotta
one
get
of the
your
very
ticket for
few
MomoCon?
unknowns
Yeah,
remaining
dude.
on their map of the world.
When you get a chance, get your ticket. It's the cheapest it's ever gonna be right now. The price only goes up. Oh yeah. Fish was saying something about you going to another book con. Which one was she saying? Was that down in like Louisiana next? Gotta get a ticket to Off Cut. Yeah, I have to get my ticket for Off Cut. I have to figure out the logistics for Off Guy. Off Guy is gonna be such a ball ache. Go to New Orleans. Have fun in New Orleans. Never been to New Orleans? Let's go. You're gonna have so much fun. It'll be great. Dude,
Business is business, and Mora
I haven't
talks.
been to New Orleans.
She's not one to say no to a big bag of coins.
I haven't been there in a
Other
while.
factors
I've-
notwithstanding.
And
I'm a
honestly, the
valuable
only time I
customer.
went there was like
the Northern
a
Intelligence
brief
Network
stint
has
while driving
plenty of
through.
information that only I'm willing to buy. Well done for picking up on my phrasing. You're getting good at finding clues. Up until now, all of my dealings with the network have been of a personal nature. The Ministry has nothing to do with it. Of course. Let's just say I have lots of influence. Mora.
Just seems like a wild
Lots and
city.
lots of Mora.
Yeah.
More than enough to
It is a
influence
wild
dear Lady Nefer.
But it's also a fun, like, historic. You don't know what to expect from Off Guy? I'm gonna be real. I'm not the person to ask about Off Guy. All I know, it'll be another convention and it's geared around VTubers.
With someone like her, it's better to spend a little Mora than to end up owing a favor. It's
What do you mean,
important to
bitch?
remain
I
vigilant
have no
in your
fucking
dealings
clue.
with her. She's
I've never
not an
been
easy
to Off
person
Guy.
deal with.
You know, honestly, who
If
we
you ever
probably
see us
need to
together,
ask? We
chances
probably
are
need to
we're
ask
conducting
Callie.
business. If you have any
Doesn't
trust
Callie,
in me
like,
at all,
love
then
going to
cover
Off
your
Guy?
ears and stay out of it. That'll save you a whole world of trouble. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I still have some preparations to make. Goodbye for now.
You know all cons? I don't know all cons.
Oh, and Traveler, before I go, if you don't mind me saying, you may wish to return to Liua for a cup of tea. Even if stray winds blow, the mountains of Liua should shield you while you drink.
Dylan, why are you telling me to go back to Leo? Who's there? Who wants to see me in Leo? Is it Kuching? I don't care for Kuching after Kuching changed her name. It changed her VA. Much as I'm like understanding the whole situation, it sucks that Kuching's voice had to change. You can also ask Fish. True. Genshin's been all over your TikTok? Let me guess. Let me guess. It's this lady, right? It's this lady and this lady. These two. Or has it been... Where is Columbina in here? Oh, Columbina. Where is she?
Once upon a time,
Oh,
there was a lake in the
there
woods
she is.
that reflected the moon, and all
There's
the
also this
animals
lady.
loved to drink from its waters.
We love Columbina.
The lake was so
Columbiana's
still
fun.
that all the animals believed
Her
in its
interactions with
waters,
Sandroni
they
are
were
really fun.
gazing at the true moon. But when they reached in to scoop out the moon, it would shatter to pieces.
Moon Lady's been all over your TikTok a lot. Totally valid. Totally makes sense. Between Moon Lady and Sandrone, I'm not surprised. Sandrona is probably like one of my favorite harbingers right now, just because she's she's so silly, and her interactions with Columbina are fun. They're just like they have sibling energy. That being said, though, do we have anything else to really build or do for any of our characters? I guess we have to check millions. The lore's been crazy. The lore's been so good. Oh my god, dude. I love the lore right now. The lore in this game right now is so good. Your high AR friend? Yeah. Yeah. I've been getting the other side of it where it's like when your low AR friends start actually doing damage. I'm just like, yep. I know that feeling. I've seen that one before. Oh. No. Oh. We gotta kill these things. Alright, chat. We're going around and killing a bunch of your... Lore's difficult to follow? That's because there's so much of it. We're talking about a game that's got 5 years worth of lore. There is 5 years worth of lore in this game already. And so many stories, it's not even funny. But that's why we can't give up. That's why we keep watching. Because at the end of it all, it's just really good.
Rest and rebuild. Covenant of the rainbow.
It all adds up.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The deception ends.
Stop freezing me, dude. I swear to God. Bitch.
By the frost moon of old, leave this place. No more lies.
1, 2. Oh my God.
I saw this
You're a bitch.
coming.
Rest and rebuild. Uphill battle. Billowing surge.
Oh my God. Being a bitch.
Let's move out.
Dude,
Being done.
freezing your
The
opponent is
everlasting
such
force.
a terrible thing.
Allow me.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
1, 2, 3. Thank God. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. Hold on, let me catch up. They fucked up how you travel between islands, which is funny. Wait, what do you mean they fucked up how you travel between islands? Why can't you redeem an egg? Because all rewards points are down for the time being while we work on a new system. There are updates afoot, chat. The shit we're working on. That's basically what it comes down to. The shit we're working on, and because of that, we have to do things a different way. Let me get a different email. I haven't used this team in a little bit. Oh, and flying right now, it's actually been a fucking spaceship. No. You haven't used. Okay, so the thing with the spaceship is it hasn't been used since you came to Tibet. Because you and your twin use the spaceship coming into Tibet, but then after you landed in Tibet, you presumably explored around by flight for a little bit, and then there was the whole debacle of running into the Heavenly Principles. Yeah. Lore. The thing is like the opening scene where you see two things coming in, like two shooting stars, while yes, it's implied is the beginning of your journeys into that, is not actually.
Get to work.
So
Let's light it up.
while I know why everyone's saying it feels like a lore plot hole, it doesn't actually have to be a plot hole until it's actually fully addressed. Sup nerds, sup demons. How's it going? How are you? Hope everything's going well over there. Hello connection to start real. Oh, dude. So with them finally tying back the spaceship thing to Nodcry and like how you came back into Teyvat is just like finally opening up the hey, this is a Hoyo game. It's still technically in the Hoyo verse. Realizing that I shouldn't have napped midway through the day. Midday naps are never the move. I don't know whoever thought that midday naps were like a move. Like, I will always prefer not to do a midday nap if at all possible. Fuck, this one's fire? Let's switch teams for I can't handle fire with a fire team. It just brought up the speed on lore over the past 3 years on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. That's honestly the lore players that are doing their that are making content right now to explain the lore to everybody are doing the lore because there is so much lore to catch up on, and frankly, even I get lost on it a lot. Midday naps are gas? No. Midday naps are not gas. They will fuck me over so many times. Like, if I'm not careful, midday nap turns into like sleep. What was it? Sunday chat? Sunday instead of streaming. Right? I went to bed at like 8. And I slept until I needed to get up for work. Like, I was just out. I was not having it. And that's what happens when I midday nap. Like, I either only take a 20-minute nap or I am out like fucking.
Show no mercy. Suffer the. Everybody stand.
Fuck you.
Fulfill our path.
How dare you freeze me? You have overtime in the morning again? What do you mean you have overtime in the morning again? Why do you have overtime again? Dude. I kind of wish I could still make OT. I really kind of wish that I still had the ability to make OT. OT would be really helpful this holiday season. I am stretched thin after 2 conventions back to back.
Let the world come alive! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
It took the overtime available. It's only 2 hours. That's not bad. Considering picking up second or third shifts. Yeah. I don't have the ability to pick up shifts like that, but like we might like we might be looking at some like gig work. Do some of the stuff that I did back in college. Right? Do some underwriting for like $100 a page or something. Right? Just enough to get through the holiday season. Oh my god. It's so bad out there right now, chat.
Witness my rise.
How many? I know we did that. What did we do that for? Was that Nefer weapon?
What could the children?
I think it was Nefer weapon. Possibly more pay shift like Sunday through Thursday. Ooh, fun. Gotta love when shit changes around for the better. Arlecchino's been showing up a ton too. Yeah, because Arlecchino's in the lore right now. Oh shit, craftable amount 52. I had more than enough. What the fuck? Dude, Arlecchino getting to show back up because of the lore that's currently going on was great. I fucking love to see it. Right? Like, Arlecchino's character was already great enough in Fontaine. Right? The role they played in Fontaine was great. The role that they played in Nodcry so far, even better. I'm here for it. I'm here for any time that they want to bring back old characters like that. Because they've been doing it really fucking well. Holy shit. They've been doing it well. 4 of these. Craftable amount 0. Also not available. We didn't farm artifacts tonight. Talents. Goes to 8. 12. I need 12 of those? Shit. Oh, wait. Before we do Nefer, let's check Aino, because Aino is behind in terms of talents, I think. Nope. Aino has all her talents up to the point where she needs the gold books, too. Okay. Well, then say less. Where are these books? These are these? Yeah, these are these. Wait. Layla. use Shincho. Use Shincho because we're not making a bunch of them, and we need more. All right, perfect. And just enough to do that. What about... I know. Oh. We care about her ult. Oh shit, we're poor. Oh no, chat, we're like poor. Pass out because I know damn well I won't be able to sleep without it. Alright, have a good night. See ya, Austin. Chat, everyone say good night to Austin. Austin's gonna head out, gonna go do his own thing. Let's see. Do I have enough to purchase all of these? 300. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. More of the going from TwitchCon to hunting trip to basically 5 days. Yeah. Imagine being poor in Genshin. I'm so poor in Genshin. I am like the poorest in Genshin right now. It's kind of crazy. Also, are we sending singles? Is that what we're doing right now? Oh yeah, we're sending singles. We have 6, so we should at least get a 4-star. I hope it's not a weapon though. Character. Ooh, perfect. We have C6 already, so that's just an extra wish. The reason we did that though, chat, to get the 4-star, and the reason we wanted a character is because we can convert it to a random wish here. And I can purchase this one, which means we can do a 10 pull on the weapon banner. This one, right here. Oh, damn it. I was hoping. Weapon banner pulls are never fun. This sword is fun. This new sword is actually apparently really good. Hey, look, another one. I'll take that. I think that makes 3 copies of it now. Plus, you can get a copy in game, which is 4. I could almost R5. That's super sick. But there's only 6 days remaining to try and get Nefer's weapon, and we're not really close. Right? We just added another 10 pull to this list, which means realistically, that's 50. That's 54. So we're at like 64 pity. Now be responsible. Yeah. We're not. No top ups. We're not topping up here. But I do want to see how many of that sword we now have then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the one from the game actually does give us 5. Cool, we can R5 this thing. Holy shit. Why have I never... Do I not have the refinements for this on my... Oh my god, I don't have it on my account, but I fished it on other accounts? Oh my god. Oops. We haven't needed the pipe. I guess it's fair. Adulting fucking sucks, it does. We have to be responsible and shit, chat. Alright. This is enough from Genshin. We're gonna actually switch over... I think we have stuff to do in ZZZ. We'll check over there. Oh, wait. No. I forgot. We have to do Millie Astra. We have to check out the Millie Astra stuff. We'll play a game of Bridge Battle. Yeah, this is the mindless Millie Astra game that I've decided that I'm gonna play. Also, look at our dumbass. Look at our dumbass NPC. I haven't touched it much. Sweets. The free backpack is going away today. I think today's the last day to get the free backpack. Like, it goes away in, like, so many hours.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Actually hit the guy? Let's go. That's actually huge, because then we get the early 6 blocks. And with the early 6 blocks, we can try and get to the... We can almost get there. Sweet. Free backpack? There is a backpack that you can get for completing events within Millie Astra. And the backpack has like a time frame on it for how long it takes you to get it. For completing different things like battle pass wise. We're gonna destroy them. Holy shit. We win. Like, we just win. Oh no! Fuck. Nah. Yeah. I feel that. Oops. There was no point in me going back to the actual bridge. Alright. There we go. Let's check here. Oh boy. New Chronicle level. I don't care too much about Millie Astra. It's just kind of here. But it's like this, right? So, backpack expires in 5 hours. I'm 100 points away. I might as well try to get it. I got the Animo slime hat. So, why not? We just have to do another Millie Astra. Since it's 2 separate ones, we have to do something else. Chat, you guys wanna... I don't even know what to play. These things are, like, the games are kind of fun. They're kind of silly. They're kind of goofy. Oh, mining simulator? No, we're not gonna do mining simulator. Let's see. All Wonderlands. EXP. I'm about to get on. but I'll see you later. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good, sounds good. Insta XP. Let's see if this actually works. Nice. Chat, it worked. Oh my god. I should never use that again. Cool, free backpack. Backpack? Backpack. Save changes. Oh wait. I did the thing again. I keep doing that. I accidentally, like, while I'm switching between the two, forget to switch back. Alright, chat. Oh, that should be it for Genshin and Astra. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna switch over. We're gonna do some ZZZ. And then from there we'll figure something else out. That's how it goes. There's plenty to do in ZZZ though. Oh my god. Inverse Quack is so far behind on things. I just want to get caught up on Inverse Quack. Oh. Where is the audio turned off on? It is. Chat. The audio's off on ZZZ. All right, let's get logged in. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, Austin was here. You missed That's okay. You just come by next stream. I'm sure he'll be by next stream too. Options, audio. Set this to 2. And let's figure out what we need to do on this account.
harmonized.
Hero's Journal. Oh, we have to do Lucia's story. Okay. We'll get this out of the way tonight. Starting with this thing. Look, it's Night Emissary. Oh, okay. We get to play as Lucia. Jesus Christ, chat. If you see it, you see it. If you don't keep looking. Lucia gains surge. Cool. What do we need to do? Shit, I didn't even read. This is what happens whenever they give us a TV event. I don't read it right away. And then I end up having to pause and figure out what the objective is that they actually want me to do. Ugh. Okay, hang on. Complete the mission. Deploy Agent Lucia. Complete combat within 240 seconds. Easy. Smack, smack, smack.
Lumber in the name.
I'll cover you.
In the name of the night emissary.
Oh, Jesus.
Begging for mercy. Should have started with that. Don't overback off. Take this.
See? Easy. Ah. DM them to be the first to buy a caramel spice pumpkin can. Jesus Christ. Okay. Next fight. Or is it going to be Slay? It's going to be fight. Oh, and we get to use Yidhari in this one? Fun. Chat, who's pulling for Yidhari? Are there going to be any Yidhari pullers in chat? There is a chance that Yidhari is going to end up on main. And I don't know how to feel about it. Right? Like, it's exciting. But at the same time, it's like, oh my god. I wasn't expecting to have Yidhari on my main account.
Lumber in the name. Now, little cuties, crush them! Faithful companions!
Now that I think about it, wait a second. Do neither of these characters have impact frames on their ults? It's weird. Have we not had impact frames in a hot second? Oh, I like the impact.
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっと
Hello, hello. What is that? Rebel in a party of three. Welcome in. My name is Quack. I am your 50/50 Gotcha Gaming Doc. That's 50/50 part-time PNG tuber, part-time community manager for Stream Atlanta. If you guys want to know anything about the IRL side of things, feel free. Let me know. How was everything, Rebel? How was your stream? What were you playing? I believe it was Battlefield, if I saw it right. What was Battlefield? I know everyone's been playing it recently. Are you gonna get in on Arc Raiders? I know people were looking at playing that too. In fact, deliver the pumpkin spice to the Raiders. We're not giving pumpkin spice to these Raiders. They don't deserve it yet. They haven't here. They haven't been here long enough to get the pumpkin spice. But we are playing through some ZZZ story stuff and doing some cleanup on the accounts tonight. And at the beginning of the stream, if you guys want to go back through the VOD, and at any point, you can hear my thoughts about Dreamhack. We just finished up with Dreamhack Atlanta on Sunday. Honestly, I think we're done with conventions for the rest of the year. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it. Was good, but the sweats came out. I mean, this is Battlefield. Just how it goes sometimes. This is why chat. We play our comfy gacha games where all we have to do is worry about building our characters and building them well. There's no skill here. It's sheer fucking luck. Alright. Lucia and Yidhari. Easy enough.
Here we go. Don't worry.
Dude, she burns through so much of her health if you're not careful. Holy fuck. Ah. Hello, Tuxie, and a party of 8. Tuxie, welcome in. How was your stream? What were you doing? Were you playing Battlefield with Rebel? Is that what it was? How's it going? How was your stream? Did you get the dub? Did you get a dub? Raiders, for those of you guys that don't know me, I am your 50/50 Gacha Gaming Duck. If you've been here, you might have heard this already, but hey, I'm part-time VTuber, part-time community manager for Stream Atlanta. Ask me about the Twitch community meetups organization. That's cool. It's fun. But also, ask me about gacha games, because that's inherently what we do here on the channel. How's it going, Tuxie? You got the dub. That's good. That's good. At least you got a dub. Hey, better than no dub. He's famous, guys? Cerulean. Cerulean, what do you mean I'm famous? Careful, Cerulean. What do you mean I'm famous? I'm not famous. I am but a small lad. I'm just a little guy playing a funny game. There's nothing here.
The next page is the ending.
Stop making it sound like I'm actually famous, Chuck. You guys are gonna inflate my ego or do something like irreparably harmful to my. Ow, that's so loud. You're gonna do something. You're gonna do something, and we're all gonna regret it because I'm gonna be a fucking dumbass about it. I'm not gonna let you guys live something down. Also, what do you mean also? What is this also? I'm concerned. Was the category still in Genshin? Oh. It's fine, we just switched. He wears frog outfits for fun? This is true. I did in fact wear a frog outfit for Dreamhack this. That was mostly because it was Halloween. That was a Halloween costume more than anything. I wanted to wear a Halloween costume and I had the thing readily available. Like, that's all it was. Don't make it sound like I just wear frog outfits for the fun of it on the regular. Also, that frog outfit was stupidly hot. I need to adjust that thing. The fan in there did not move air. I need to probably find a way to put like a in there. Or chat, I get one of those like, you know those have you guys seen those ice pack things that are like they freeze at 70 degrees Fahrenheit rather than like at 32? And because they're not like a liquid based like ice pack, they're like a thermo reaction. There's no condensation to deal with on those. Maybe I wear one of those underneath the frog. Wait, is it one of those inflatable frog outfits? Yes, Cerulean. It is one of those inflatable frog outfits. This one actually has a crown and a cape. So it's a little different than the inflatable frog outfit, but yes, you are thinking of the same inflatable frog outfit. It's really fun. It's so good. It's so funny. I fucking love wearing like the only thing that I probably need to do with that thing is it is sized for somebody that is very clearly supposed to be taller than I am, right? So the legs and the arms don't quite match up with my body, and so I end up waddling around places. Not because like, oh, it's funny and haha, like look at the way I walk in this outfit, but because I physically cannot move my legs that far. Also, they asked me if I wanted to participate in the costume contest for Dreamhack in that, and I was just like, I'd feel weird competing against cosplayers in an inflatable Halloween outfit. What the fuck? I should have.
My aim is true.
No. Also, by the time that the Halloween costume contest was going on, I was already, like, I had accidentally killed the batteries in it, and I had deflated. Because, lo and behold, the battery only lasted so long, and the frog outfit started deflating on me, and I almost got trapped in it. They had to help unzip me out of it. It was kind of embarrassing. That's part of why I was saying I need to adjust it, because I need to make the fan more consistent. And then I need to hook it up with a comparison. So that I can do the long term. Oh, Chad, there's an ad break coming up in just a minute. Buckle in, strap in, or, you know what? Get up, stretch, go get some water, go to the bathroom. Do something in the next 3 minutes of your life. Oh, wait, that goes doubly for the Raiders? Rebel, Huxley, if you guys need to go to bed, need to go do all of the nightly things, go take care of yourselves. Feel free. Sorry, I didn't mean to trap you guys here. Oh, look at me, not forgetting my manners. It's been a while. Honestly, chat, you miss one day. You miss one day and you get back out of the, like, groove of streaming. It's so weird. It's so weird. Alright. We're done with this part of the TV event for Lucio. Now we actually have to do the actual quests. The actual story part. Lucia wants to range a strange puppy, but it hasn't quite warmed up to her yet. Why do I have a feeling that this puppy is going to be an ethereal? considering what I know of her, it's a bit too early for her to be dropping by, right? Yep. I'll stay up late. Shouldn't stay up too late. Our seniors are all dedicated to their training, so you should maintain a regular schedule too. Sleep early and wake up early. I can tell you're not really listening. Just be careful out there. And remember, you can always come to me if anything happens. Oh my god. It's ad break time. It's ad break time, which means we get to take a quick break. Which means I'm gonna put the music back on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll BRB, chat. While I'm being right back, I'm gonna leave you guys on the starting soon screen, actually. God, I'm back from the bathroom, but we still have like a minute on the break, so we're just gonna hang here. Oh my god, I haven't heard this song in forever. When was the last time you guys heard this song? Look at that. I'm sorry, chat. I am like still like decompressing from all of the stuff from like Dreamhack, and I'm like, okay, I'm here. Don't worry, I'm totally here. We're okay. We can get back to the game. If I can turn off the Spotify. Thank you. There we go.
Belle? I knew you'd still be up.
Huh? Didn't you specifically tell me to stay up tonight because you wanted to talk?
I knew I could count on you, Proxy.
On
Anyway,
for what?
the reason I'm bugging you at this hour is
Okay.
I was hoping you could help me with something. Lately, my ethereal research has been like a Tarask mixer trying to get through the old metro tunnel in Cretan Hollow. Completely stuck.
And
Whoa,
before it got stuck?
That's rough. How are things going before you hit the bottleneck?
It was going pretty well, I guess. I had this plan to turn our lawn into pedal sofas for hollow camping, and I tried to figure out how the traffic lights on Fawn worked. Oh, do you happen to know if you tie both ends of a specter's cloak into a knot, how does it keep floating?
What? What is she
Lucia,
talking about?
Where are all these research ideas even coming from?
What do you mean, where? From the hollows, of course. Just walk on in, run into a couple of ethereals, and boom! Research inspiration! But I'll admit, these ordinary inspirations are just not enough.
The inspirations are not enough? Or should I be asking, what about the other ideas you had before?
Roxy, could it be you haven't read any of my posts on Spook Shack? I guess the titles of my posts haven't been catchy enough.
Lucia, I'm not looking at Spook Shack all the time. What the fuck?
Fiery serpent. Then no matter how many times I read
Caught?
about
What do you mean
blast
caught?
crawlers, people are just gonna get bored and
What do you
lose their
mean
interest in
caught,
the forum.
Cerulean?
And when that happens, where can I find leads on the night horror?
Night horror.
What's a night horror? Some rare ethereal you're interested in?
Well, it's kind of a long story. For now, think of it as an ethereal. An ethereal that can enter people's dreams and talk to them. Wait, Roxy, do you think ethereals can communicate with humans?
No? How dare you not read their social media posts immediately upon posting? Listen, I get on Spook Shack about as much as I get on Reddit, which is to say less than I get on Blue Sky. And I use Blue Sky so much less than other platforms. Let's be real here.
What? Don't tell me you want to talk to ethereals so you can lounge on Arlon pedal sofas while taking a break in the hollow.
I know what you mean, Proxy. Normally, I'd say this is just baseless speculation and leave it at that. But right now, I've got the perfect research subject in mind. Let's head out now. Before diving into the hollow, we have to make a stop at Fluffy.
Why
What
are
is
we going
Fluffy?
to Fluffy of all places?
Oh, Fluffy is the
I'm
pet
going
shop,
to buy
right?
a toy.
What? A toy? Did you get a pet?
Not yet, actually. But
Oh.
I know Chestnut's gonna be the goodest pup.
Goodest pup?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to win over a puppy with treats and toys.
Yes!
Wait, if you're getting the toy now, then are you planning to take it into the hollow?
The pup is an ethereal. I'm just calling it now. The pup is gonna be
If I
an
want a
ethereal.
little doggy to come up to me on her own, what should I get?
Honestly, you don't need to buy anything to get close to a pup. Genuine kindness, some patience, and a little passion. That's all it takes to win a puppy's heart.
It's true!
I'm sold.
Well, if Fluffy's shopkeeper says so, then it's gotta be true. Plus, Karen herself is... Yeah, I trust her.
Karen herself is a dog.
I'm not saying I don't believe it. It's just... Chestnut's a very particular little pup.
I understand. I've met lots of special needs pups. Some were abandoned, some have been on their own since they were born. If you want to gain their trust, it will take a longer time. Let me think. What about this? A brand new line of treats for puppies! I packed it with all sorts of delicious jerky. They're super yummy. No pup can resist it.
That'll work. That'll do. That'll do.
Sorry, the smell got me.
That's okay.
Ooh. You know what sounds really good?
I don't think Chestnut
Chat.
would like this.
I really
Chestnut
like.
is, a bit of a picky eater.
I really like
I see.
crave right now some beef
Maybe
jerky.
you want to give this one a go.
Shit.
Our most
I
popular
want
toy.
a pack of beef jerky right now. No, I don't need it. Too
Our
much salt.
kitties and puppies go
Oh, I
nuts
shouldn't.
for it.
This looks great. But is it sturdy enough?
I'm afraid not. It's actually designed more for cats, and it's built to be lightweight, so I wouldn't call it sturdy. It should work for smaller dogs, though.
Chestnut's a big girl with a big girl attitude.
Oh, that might not work then. Let me think. Oh, if you don't mind something a little old school, we do have another toy for bigger pups.
Which
It's
is?
actually more of a pillow. It doesn't have any bells or whistles, but it's really sturdy and great for gnawing. It's also infused with a calming scent to help soothe anxious pups. People can't really
She's
smell
gonna
it,
go for
but
it.
dogs usually like it a lot.
Oh, this is adorable! Though, I'm not sure if Chestnut would care much about the scent with her sense of smell.
So Chestnut is a big, picky, grumpy puppy with a weak sense of smell? That sounds kinda weird.
What's weird about that? Every puppy's different. Chestnut's just got her own little quirks.
Lucia's really trying so hard not to show that it's a fucking ethereal.
You got it. Hope it helps you bond with that special little pup of yours.
Oh, it definitely will.
Better catch up quick. Better confront her about this right now.
Ooh, we really harmonize. How about
Wait,
a little
can I
late-night
use-
adventure? I promise you'll love it.
I can't use mine? Okay, that's fine. That's okay, I guess. Let's see. Who else do we put on a team with these people?
Where are we going?
Use the
Come on, let's show 'em what we've got.
Alright.
Let me think. All right, let's head that way.
We're heading that way.
Help! Help!
Huh? Isn't that
That's the pup.
strange? This place was nice and quiet when I was here.
Nice and quiet. You mean there weren't this many materials back then?
Not exactly. What do you mean, not
Thank
exactly?
goodness you guys are here. I was this close to being killed. That sneaky little hottie totally set me up.
Huh? Which hottie are you talking about? Among the pack of ethereals that surrounded you, I didn't see any.
Oh, maybe you didn't see it. There was a smaller hottie, just about waist high. That one right there. It lured me all the way here and got me ambushed by all those ethereals.
Never heard of anything like that before. An ethereal pulling tricks on people? How did it trick you?
It ran ahead like it wanted me to chase it, you know?
That's pretty weird.
It's not that weird. You young folks shouldn't underestimate how crafty those things can be.
No, I mean, you are pretty weird, mister. In the Hollow, most people run away from ethereals. That little hot tea from earlier, if you want to dodge it, it'd be easier than a Thanatos dodging a blast crawler. Why did you even chase it?
I didn't chase it. Look, I was minding my own business in the Hollow, and that hottie ran at me out of the blue, with a whole pack of ethereals behind it to ambush me.
Now that's interesting. I've only heard of symbiotic ethereals in Hollow Zero being able to command other ethereals. Maybe that little hot tea has what it takes to be the next Nineveh.
I don't get what you're on about. You run into ethereals in the Hollow, you eliminate them. That's just the way it is. Instead of taking down that ethereal, you're now blaming me? That is just absurd.
This investigator doesn't know what's going on.
Mister, my friend just saved you. She's trying to learn more about the ethereals so we don't end up in the same mess as you.
You? Hmm?
Oh. The investigator snaps and storms off. Of course he does.
Roxy, do you think I'm absurd too?
Of course not. I'm sure you have your reasons. Ethereals might be dangerous, but strangers aren't always any better. That's the real rule of surviving in the Hollow.
I knew it! Now we're totally in sync! Like how Arimon and Spectre always find each other in the dark! Plus,
Who and who?
that investigator earlier was quite the weird one. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard anyone accuse Chestnut of hurting someone.
Who's Chestnut? You don't mean the hottie.
Chestnut? Who? You mean that little hot tea the investigator was talking about?
Yeah! Chestnut is a good girl.
Oh my god.
Ever since I met Chestnut, she's never harmed anyone from outside the Hollow. More than once, she quietly led me to injured investigators so I could help them. This one time, right around here, my carrot stopped working. Chestnut just happened to stroll by and guided me out.
I kind of hate this.
A hottie? Working as a rescue dog in the Hollow? Are you serious? And here I thought your ideas from earlier were wild.
There's other reasons, of course. But I trust Chestnut. She's always been gentle and kind. What's strange is, the last few times I saw her, I kept feeling like someone was tagging her, tracking her. Just like that guy from earlier.
Oh?
A kind and gentle ethereal? I need a second to process it. Those other reasons must be really important.
It's a long story. Let's talk about it when we get back. Ugh. And thanks to that weirdo earlier, I didn't even get the chance to give Chestnut the toy I picked out. Let's look around a bit more. Maybe she's still nearby.
No, I doubt it.
I think Chestnut went that way. Let's go take a look.
Ah.
Are you ready for this?
Gracious strike!
As foreshadowed. Perfect timing. Don't worry, one swing will do.
This fight, I get why people like Hidari. Right? I definitely see why people like her. I don't like her kit. Her kit feels weird.
Allow me! Chestnut, I know you're there! You didn't hide your tail properly!
Did she actually understand that?
No shot.
Of course! She always understood me. Aw, you don't like it?
Although she's the closest, this is the closest Chestnut has ever gotten to me. It seems like she's not in the mood to play with me just yet. Yes. Is the whole thing gonna be just trying to help her make friends with this dog? And by dog, I mean Thyron.
Aww. Chestnut still wouldn't take my gift. Do you think that investigator spooked her? Maybe that's why she's being extra cautious today.
How did you two
Yeah.
meet?
By the way, how did you meet Chestnut?
Well,
It has something to do with the night horror legend from my tribe. Long
Okay.
story short, Chestnut is a gift the night horror sent me in a dream.
In a dream?
I think I remember you mentioning the night horror, but you never said it sent you a gift. Can you tell me more about it?
You already know I'm one of the night watchers out on the fringes of New Eridu. We rest during the day and we're active at night.
Right. The name Night Emissary.
Long ago, our ancestors fought a powerful ethereal. The battle lasted for days, and just before it fell, it released a final surge of power. Ever since then, it's haunted our dreams.
Okay.
Sometimes, when our people fall asleep at night, they dream of the night horror. And in their sleep, they walk straight into the hollow, drawn to its call. Just
So the night
before
horror
the
is a
ether
siren.
consumes them. Before they become ethereals, they regain clarity for just a fleeting moment.
Right.
Over time, we've come to realize that the more people who fall asleep, the stronger it becomes.
So sleeping is the curse?
What a terrifying curse! Is there a way to break it?
I don't
No.
understand.
That's why we moved to the outskirts of the city and stopped sleeping at night altogether. If we must rest, someone always stays awake to keep watch. The strange thing is, the night horror left more than just a curse. In the hollows, ethereals don't attack us. They see us like we're one of them. And this staff, it's the only weapon left from when our ancestors fought the night horror. It lets me mimic ethereal abilities.
Oh, so that's
Ethan
how
said
she attacks.
I was the most gifted of the younger generation, or something like that. I'm still not sure what made him decide that, but he gave this staff to me.
Those strange
Being seen
powers.
as one of the ethereals.
I'm
and
so
copying their
confused.
moves. If all these weird powers are gifts from the night horror, then what about Chestnut?
Oh, Chestnut. It was a night not long ago. Granny was keeping watch for me. She was telling me stories of the night horror. How it's both feared and revered by our people.
Mhm.
She even described the night horror she saw in her dreams. Just like everyone else said, a stunningly beautiful ethereal. Almost godlike. That night, I dreamed of the night horror's gaze. It was looking at me. And in front of me, there was a little hottie. It looked tired, like it had been through a big fight. We stared at each other, like survivors meeting after a disaster. Still cautious, still on edge. Not long after that dream, I met Chestnut right where the dream had guided me. She didn't seem eager to be friends, but she wasn't hostile either. And she treated the other outsiders kindly too. That's why I've always believed Chestnut is a gift. A little dog sent by the night horror.
I mean,
it's really
based
trying
on
to
how
be
you
nice?
described it, I'm not talking about Chestnut. I mean the night horror. Is it really trying to be nice?
I don't know. But I think Chestnut is such a good girl. If we can get along, maybe the conflict we saw in the dreams won't come true after all. And what if the night horror is just like Chestnut? What if we could communicate with it? Then maybe everything our people have endured could finally come to an end. Sounds silly, doesn't it?
Not at
No.
all. I get what you
I
mean,
guess
Lucia.
she's being a
It's the
dreamer.
Hollow. Who can say anything for sure?
Even among my own people, no one really believes me. Except for Ade and Granny.
A day is gone, Lucia. No, don't make us reopen that wound. Today, I'm going to pull an all-morning nerd. Staying up early in the morning can really mess with your health. I used to think that it was just something only night watchers to deal with. But later I found out that whether in the Outer Ring or Wi-Fi Peninsula, everyone looked just as lost and lifeless in the morning. Oh. Because they all woke up too early. Chat with the pet owners walking their pets. This man is walking a bird. Okay. Chat, I hate to do this. I no longer care. Oh, doggy. Good doggy. And then a man walking a turtle. The fuck? All right. Only one chapter. Oh my god, that's one chapter. Chat, do we have the patience for this, or are we like dying? 'Cause I might be dying. I need the polychromes though, right? Like we should get those polychromes. Oh, there's only 100 more polychromes, and we have to finish everything. Oh, I don't know. Oh, hey, look. Chat, our battle pass is almost maxed. How many pulls do we have here? 70 pulls. Chat, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. We are at soft pity territory for a Yidhari. In 13 hours, when we pull, we might get Yidhari on main. Which is crazy wild to think about. Part of me is like, oh, we should just send one to try and get Monoto Wenjin. But no, we don't need to. Monoto has a Wenjin. For now. Alright. Let's do this, chat. Let's double check with Inverse and see if Inverse has any dailies that need left being done. If Inverse has dailies, we'll do those dailies. But as far as everything goes, I think we're getting to the point where we're gonna call it, which I know is a short stream tonight, but your boy's still kind of sleepy. Right, like this time change means that it's technically midnight. All right, let's see. Have we done our dailies? Shit, we have. All right. That means we're done with all of the dailies on all 3 accounts. We did not check Inverse Quack on Genshin, but that's because Inverse Quack on Genshin is just kind of existing. So with that, let's do this. Whom's this streaming to? A lot of people streaming Honkai Star Rail. That's Genshin Story Quest. Ooh, chat, I'm gonna go drop you off with somebody doing Genshin Story Quest. And by somebody, I mean the Sinister Sweeting. You guys don't know who Sweets is? You're gonna find out. Sweets is super cool. They're a good friend of ours, and they play a bunch of Hoyo games too. They also do a bunch of other things like Yap. Go Yap over there and have a good night. So let's do this. That's the raid message. Copy and paste your favorite raid message. Subs, you can copy the top one. Bottoms, you can copy the bottom one. Got it? Subs, bottoms. Haha, kind of funny. Socials, socials are right here, but specifically if you just want to join the Discord, hang out over there, you can do so. That's the link to the Discord there. I will see you guys all in the next stream. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And toodaloo. Bye bye.